My collar's blue, my dick is red. I've been sucking on dudes just to keep my family fed. Hello, hello. My collar's blue, my dick is red. I've been sucking on dudes just to keep my family fed. You know what's crazy is I'm low-key a goated singer. You know what I mean? Like low-key, high-key, high-key, low-key, low-key, high-key, high-key, low-key, low-key, high-key. Low-key, high-key, high-key, low-key. Low-key, high-key, high-key, low-key. You know what I'm saying? Theater kid-ass voice? I know. You're playing Spyro? Fuck yeah, dude. Yo, I'll give you a game. I'll tell you guys a game that is low-key one of the greatest games ever. Croc. Specifically, Croc 2. I know a lot of you Gen Z and Gen Alpha motherfuckers are way too young to know what Croc was. Anybody else play Croc? Anybody else play Croc? Oh, what a fucking game. What a fucking game. Good morning, Chris. It's my birthday today. Oh, happy birthday, Miranda. Happy birthday. Congratulations. Dude, Croc? Dude, I'll tell you this much. Games back when they were called computer games instead of video games were better. They were better. There was another one, Pajama Sam. Did anyone ever play Pajama Sam? What a fucking game, bro. I would grind Pajama Sam today. I would grind Pajama Sam today. What a fucking game, dude. Oh, those games were so good. Croc and Pajama Sam. Hey, Wagwan! Me bomba! Bomba clat Wagwan, brother! We going to fuck Donald Trump. Gonna fuck him right in the puss. Pajama Sam is huge because of Doug Dug. I don't know who Doug Dug is. Wagwan! Who are we? We are Charlie Cook, brother! Me bomba clat Kirk! We are Charlie Kirk! Take my money, you beautiful man. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. Can I hand you a couple of Kirks? Yeah, give me a Kirk. Give me a Kirk or two. You know what it is time for? It is time for a little bit of a morning belly chow. Una mattina mi sono alzato, un bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato, ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via. Oh bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morir. Hell fucking yeah, a little Pajama Sam and Croc action. A little Pajama Sam and Croc action in the house. Ugh. Gen Z is like 23. Dude, I'm Gen Z. I'm literally Gen Z. That's not a joke. I'm actually Gen Z, motherfucker. Granted, I am the guardian. I'm the lieutenant of Gen Z. I'm the oldest you can get. I am your leader. I am your leader. Yeah, I'm the gooch. I'm the gooch of Gen Z. The landing strip, the taint. The taint. The taint. The taint. The taint. Sorry about that. I can't stop. Oh. Anyway, I don't have much to cover today because I have been lazy, but I do know that you guys probably have a docutussie for me. So I'll get a look at the docutosi. Do you know the way? The way of the devil. Do you know the way? The way of the devil. Thank you for my docutosi. Much appreciated. Good morning, Chris. What is that? That's a cute little birdie. That's a cute little birdie. I like that. Oh, yeah, we got this fat-bodied, disgusting subhuman fucking ice age. Dude, look at how fucking disgusting these creatures are, dude. Oh. Dude, that's disgusting. Like, is that fat phobic of me? I don't care. That's a disgusting being. For real, that's a fucking disgusting being. Where's the bugle? Look at this. What a shot. Look at this. Dude, don't they have a fitness test? No, they got rid of the fitness test to join ICE. I think my least woke take is how fat phobic I am. Cancel me. I think it's my least woke take. I mean, it's just like, there's a point. You know, I'm overweight. You know, like, pot kettle black type shit. I'm overweight. But there's a point where I'm like, you're a fucking disgusting creature. Disgusting. I'm fat and even I know that's a terrible build. Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Is like, I'm overweight. You could call me fat. But there's a point where you go from being fat to like disturbingly obese. And that's like like you're fucking disgusting, bro. You are fucking disgusting. I could tell this guy goes to McDonald's and gets like 3 Big Macs, a 20-piece McNugget, a large Coca-Cola, a fucking Oreo McFlurry, and then like 2 large fries. Like, Jesus Christ, you fat fuck. Where's the bugle? Where's the bugle, huh? Where's the bugle? Where's the bugle? Somebody said, I'm pushing 300. That's too much for me. Yeah, no, this guy's not pushing 300. This guy's pushing 4. This guy is very clearly like 350, 360. You know what I'm saying? 350 or 360. Something along those lines. Is this the bugle? Oh, I need access. Access denied. I need access. Access denied. Yeah, that's like a 380, maybe a 4 on it. Fucking fat piece of shit. Charlie Kirk's mentor, Jeff Webb, dead after a pickleball accident. Oh, so Israel assassinated him? What? How did he die? Following complications after an accident? A severe head injury while playing pickleball. Yeah, no, I'm sure when he got sniped through the brain on a pickleball court, that could definitely be considered a severe head injury. What are we doing? What are we doing? That's got to be the first motherfucker to die playing pickleball. Like, brother, you got sniped. You got sniped. Just like Charlie got kirked. You got sniped. That's like such fucking bullshit, dude. I'll never believe that in a million years. Bugle fixed. All right, how do I zoom in? What the fuck? I can't zoom in. All right, whatever. Oh, my mama's messaging me. What do you got to say, Mamala? Zoom in on the top of the page. Ah, okay. Ah, I see. Ah, I see. Ah, I see. All right. We'll zoom in. The Valenti Bugle. Hope Corps story that makes small flicker of hope for the trans community. Damn it! I'm kidding. I'm kidding. In a rare showing of a united set of Democrats' spines, all Democrat senators, including Republican in disguise John Fetterman, voted to block Tommy Tuberville's SAVE Act transgender sports ban amendment. A much-needed shred and good news on the ongoing onslaught of state legislative hate attempts reaching the grid milestone of 500 bills introduced in just 81 days. Thankfully, Tuberville is running for governor in Alabama in 2026, which is good news for anyone who doesn't happen to be stuck in the state. Ain't that something, huh? Ain't that something? Community art, I like that. I like that a lot. Do Triv and Endemic have YouTube channels? I believe they do, but they are in the process of kind of like adopting my my style. You know, like they're getting their own fucking cameras and microphones and whatnot. Not gonna lie, fat phobia and your use of the R word got me worried, but I know you're not a secret right-wing chud, so I shouldn't care. I mean, listen, it can have you worried, but like, worried about what? You know what I'm saying? You know damn well I ain't no fucking secret right-wing chud. But listen, I am, what's the word? A lot more aggressive than most of you, okay? Wagwan! I'm a lot more aggressive, and I'm not gonna pull my punches against my enemy. I don't care. Like, guys, I hope you understand one day you're going to hear me say the F slur. It's going to happen. I'm going to call Nick Fuentes, you know, that word. It's going to happen. So if that's not something you can handle, you should leave now. I'm just letting you know. I ain't going to change for you guys. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Cope Maldseeth. Walk one, brother. Don't care. Anyway. Every time you repost this image, a trans person gets hormone treatment and a transphobe dies. Love that. Love that. Come on, zoom in properly. But yeah, no, my point, guys, is that, like, I understand what we're up against, okay? We are up against genuine, like, satanic fucking demons, okay? We're up against actual fascists who want to round us all up and execute us. So I'm not willing to monitor my language when I'm up against people who want to kill me. I'm not gonna do that. You guys can do that all you want. More power to you. Maybe you're a better person than me. I don't care. How are you going to advocate for equality and then use a slur meant to keep minorities down? Because I'm from New York, bro. Because I'm from New York. Dude, if you fucking fell in the street, if you face planted and ate shit on the crosswalk, I'd call you a stupid fuck and I'd help you up. I'd be like, you fucking dipshit, and then I'd help you up. That's just how I operate, okay? Womp womp. I don't care, dude. I want you all to have the same rights as me. I don't want anybody to be treated differently than me, but I'm still gonna make fun of you. I'm still gonna make fun of you. That's just how I operate. Sorry. Sorry. Stupid fuck isn't a slur to keep people down. Okay, then let's say a fucking paraplegic guy on his walkers falls over, and I'd be like, you dumbass legless piece of shit, get up! And then I'd help you up, and then I'd help you across the street. Okay? Okay? Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? You know? Yeah, see, if I were to use these slurs against actual marginalized communities, it'd be completely different. But no, I'm using it against the people who are marginalizing our communities. So, you know. Yeah, guys, you can't be too sensitive because the enemy will use that as an advantage. The enemy will use that as an advantage. Dude, if Greg Abbott fell crossing the street, I would steal his wheelchair. I would steal his wheelchair. You know? See, this is, maybe you're starting to get it now. Like, I have no problem with disabled people, but Greg Abbott, I will use his disability against him. I have no problem with fat people, but Tom Homan, I will use his fat body, or Ted Cruz, I'll use his, or Trump, I'll use his fat body as a way to insult them. Or like, I don't know, that gay black twink that we were watching, who's like pro-Zionist. Yeah, I will make fun of the fact that he is gay and black, and yet he's advocating for the people who want to throw him in concentration camps. I don't care. I do not care. You have to hit them where it hurts. Like, you call an ICE agent a fascist, they don't care. You call an ICE agent a different F word, that fucking hits them where it hurts. That hits them where it hurts. So I'm willing to do that. Okay? I'm willing to do it. Cope, bald seed. Super chats aren't working. I know, it's really bad. Super chats just do not work. I've been working like a dog to keep my family fed. My collar's blue, my dick is red. I've been sucking on dudes just to keep my family fed. You know? You see Iran's ball AI video yet? Yeah, wasn't that weeks old? Wasn't that weeks old? Like, dude, could you imagine going back to, like, Nazi Germany, and there's some fucking Jew in the camps, and, like, a Nazi guard walks by, and the Jew is like, you fucking, and then drop the hardest F slur you've ever heard. And then modern libs would be angry at that Jew. 100% modern, and some people in this chat would be angry at that Jew for doing that. 100% they would be. I just can't help you. I can't help you there. I can't help you there. I mean, this happened with an ICE agent, you know? Some fucking lib called one the F slur, and I was like, yeah, no, do that. Oh, I have to sneeze. Oh, I have to sneeze, but I'm gonna hold it in. That's what Nick is? Yeah, no, that is what Nick is. Are there magatards in the chat, guys? Probably. Probably. Did the video start? No, bro. Are you out of your fucking gourd? You out of your fucking mind? I just want to drink my fish, drive my beer, eat my boots. Yeah. Like, you know what an F slur is? An F slur is somebody who uses a grenade launcher and one-man army on Modern Warfare 2. That's an F slur. An F slur is not somebody who is homosexual, because that's insulting. That is degrading them, because the F slur is a bundle of sticks that back in the day they used to fucking light on fire and burn gay people on. You know what I mean? So calling a gay person something like that is, it's cruel. It's equating them to the very object you would use to kill them. But somebody who uses one-man army and a noob tube on Afghan in Modern Warfare 2, and as soon as that timer hit 3, 2, 1, they and then one-man army, and then one-man army. Nah, dude, nah, you're yeah, that's what you are. That's what you are. Okay? Okay? You know what I'm saying? Gen Z would not be, or like young Gen Z would not be able to hand the old COD lobbies, bro. I still, in my life, I have never heard worse, more heinous racism and homophobia than in like the early 2000s Call of Duty lobbies. That shit was next level. You won't say the N slur though, you know better? No, of course I won't. That's why I got Triv. You know, I'll get close to it and then I'll get him to say it. You know, I'll be like, say it, Triv, and then he'll say it. And then we're good. And then we're good. I'll get Triv to call Jeff Mead one of those. 100%. 100%. Triv will do it. Triv will do it. You're wrong for that. Spawn killing with throwing knives and noob tubes was map knowledge. No, a throwing knife or a tomahawk, that takes skill. Doing it with a noob tube takes no fucking skill. No fucking skill. I know Pavlichenko, a Soviet sniper, a woman. She was asked, like, how did it feel to kill so many men? And she said, I killed no men, only fascists. Hard as fuck. Hard as fuck. Yeah, dude, 5 to 7 dudes yelling at you through the Connect microphone sounded like they were in your house. Bro, I had the Xbox keyboard. I had that thing plugged into the bottom of the controller. I had that shit. Of course you did. Of course I did. Of course I did. PC Master Race? More like PC Master Bait, you fucking gooning dorks. You fucking gooners. Gooning at a desk. Could you imagine? You're fucking bent over in the shrimp position, gooning at a desk. You psycho. You fucking psycho. Says the man with a gaming PC. Never in my life have I played a game on this PC. Never in my life have I played a game on this PC, and you know that. Actually, I played Bloons. We played Bloons once. We did play Balloons. Shrimp position? Yeah, dude. You know when you're like leaning forward and your spine is all curved? Show us your x86 program files to prove you don't have Steam installed. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure you're about to hack into my life and end it. But no, I do not have Steam. What can I do? Can I type Steam here? Steam. Nothing, bro. Nothing. Nothing at all. Told you. I'm disabled and my friend laughed at me when I fell and busted my face and then took me to the hospital. Well, that's a real friend. Exactly. That's my point, bro. I walk in on my boy sucking a dick. I'm going to be like, whoa! And then I'm never going to bring it up again because I love you. You're my boy. Because I love you. You're my boy. You know? 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 You know what I'm saying? Been working like a dog just to keep my family fed. Mr. Rogers returns. Nice. Minnesota healing. Does Chris drink water? No. There's never been proof of me drinking water. Yeah, I don't think you guys have ever seen me drink water. You see me drink a cup of cum. Remember when I drank a cup of cum? You remember when I drank a cup of cum? Chris, you can have the pass from me. Dude, speaking of the pass, I have the funniest video to show you. Do you want to know what happens when you give an Italian man the pass? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you.
I have no idea what the fuck you just done. I take the N-word pass so seriously. You need to understand. It's a one-time use. Once you use it, it's done. You gotta wait for the next black guy or black woman to give you the best. So I just want to say, real recognize real, my nigga. Come on. Come on.
Come on. Bro, why does this just look like me,
no
but
idea
fatter
what
and with a
the fuck you just
mustache
done.
and glasses?
I take the N-word pass so seriously. You need to understand. It's a one-time use. Once you use it, it's done. You gotta wait for the next black guy or black woman to give you the best. So I just want to say, real recognize real, my nigga. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Oh, God. You got to remember that, like, Italians are a minority. We are not white, you know? Like, you know how, like, you go to, like, you go to, like, fucking LA and, like, or no, I guess it's different in California, but, like, in New York, bro, like, Puerto Ricans, Nelson can attest to this, Latinos say the N-word. They got no right, but they say it. Give us 10 years, and Italians will have the right to say the N-word. Give us 10 years, okay? We're still working on it. We're still working on it. We're chipping away at it. Come on. We're chipping away at it. Come on. I gotta watch that one more time. Hold on, I'm sorry.
You have no idea what the fuck you just done. I take the N-word pass so seriously. You need to understand. It's a one-time use.
Your Dominican friend says it, bro. I bet your Dominican friend also says, "Me no black, me Dominican papi, me no black papi, me Dominican papi." Oh no, me no black, me Dominican.
It's done. You gotta wait for the next black guy or black woman to give you the best. So I just want to say, real recognize real, my nigga.
That's so. Wait, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
I fucking love this guy. This guy's fucking hilarious, dude. Oh, the comments are even funnier, dude. The comments are so fucking funny. Oh, jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. You're normalizing the use of this word. Fucking cry about it. Oh my god, you fucking pussies. Alright. We have shit to talk about. That was the grease up. Greased y'all up. Greased y'all up. Got y'all greasy now. Got y'all greasy. Trump post anything on Truth Social today? The Democrats want to keep illegals, no matter how bad or dangerous they may be, in the country. They want them to vote. That's why they're fighting so hard to neutralize ICE. We will fight them all the way and win. No, that's not why. There's never been undocumented immigrants voting in elections. I think that the Heritage Foundation did a study on this and gathered records from like the year 2000 and found 7 cases of voter fraud, and 6 of them were Americans voting with like their dead grandpa's name and shit like that. So this is just not true. It's just not true. You know. Pathetic. It's pathetic. Please don't be porn. All right. Somebody send me $50,000 real fast. I have no money. Somebody send me $50,000. I have no money.
There is the concern about, on the issue of the shutdown, there is the concern about 42 million people losing their SNAP benefits.
Of course.
Over this weekend. The administration has moved a lot of money around to pay troops, to pay federal law enforcement, and is telling Congress it can't move money around to pay at least some of those benefits. Why not? And would there be some push perhaps in the next 48 hours to try to do that so Americans don't go hungry?
Well, here's the problem. If you go back to previous government shutdowns, what has happened is that sometimes the president has tried to make the shutdown as painful as possible on the American people. I give the president of the United States great credit and the entire team for trying to make this as painless as possible. The Democrats are acting irresponsibly. He doesn't want the American people to suffer because of it. But look, right now, this government, this administration We're like guys running around, you know, with a leak in a damn wall, trying to plug it with bubble gum. And we plug one spot with bubble gum, and we plug another spot with bubble gum, and we plug another spot with bubble gum. Why don't the Democrats just stop this entire charade and reopen the government so that we don't have to try to make this thing work on a shoestring budget?
Bro, this is your shutdown. You own all three branches of government. I love when they do this. I love when they pretend like Democrats have any power. This is entirely a Republican-controlled government, all three branches. This is your shutdown. And this is your shutdown because you gave ICE $150 billion to just walk around executing whoever they want.
Which is what we're trying to do. The unfortunate reality, and we're starting to see this with our aviation industry, we're going to find out the hard way with SNAP benefits. The American people are already suffering, and the suffering is going to get a lot worse. Not because the President of the United States has failed to make the shutdown painless. He's tried to do everything that he can.
Oh, the president is just a little guy. The president did everything he possibly could, and unfortunately, you're all gonna suffer. Anyway, could I get $200 billion to go to war with Iran? By the way, we already won the war. I promise we already won the war. Can I have $200 billion?
To make it as unpainless as possible. The reason that pain is coming and the reason it's building is because we're not passing the clean bill to reopen the government. It's a very easy thing to do.
What a fucking cuck. What an absolute cuck boy. Anything new from Aaron? I guess nothing new from Aaron Rupar. Let's check ACYN real quick.
The aspects of the Department of Homeland Security that are not ICE. That has been our proposal 10 times on the floor of the Senate and the Republican.
So if you can't speak above a certain like decibel level, like if you're so old that you can't speak louder than this, you should immediately be removed from your position. Immediately be removed from your position. Hello, chat. If you're only donating so Chris will read your messages, hold off to the end of the stream, then donate. He'll be paying attention. I'm not recording yet, so maybe I'll be reading it, but I'm not recording quite yet.
Republicans have rejected it every time. I think now they may be open to it.
Is there any
And also, guys, donate whenever the fuck you want.
in your party you think that Democrats aren't really securing enough in that compromise?
Well, wait until you see the final list of things that they agreed to at the White House level. We're still waiting on it. We're waiting for specific language as well.
Well, when can you?
Hearts out? I mean,
it would be fine with me if.
Scott, is that unfair? I mean, to say we're going to bomb our little hearts out? I mean,
it would be fine with me if we continue to bomb them. These are the worst people in the world. They've been at war with us for 47 years. They want nuclear weapons. By the way, the reason that they're saying there are no talks while the president is saying there are is because they lie all the time.
Bro, everything that he just said is actually America. We have been waging a war with Iran for 47 years. We are the ones who are like we bring death and destruction everywhere we go. We are the ones who lie. We are like in the middle of negotiations and bombing them. Every accusation is actually a confession.
Sent their people out in February to say, oh, we would never have long-range missiles. We have no plans. And then what do we find out this weekend? They got 4,000-kilometer range missiles.
No, that was Israel. That's something we're going to talk about in today's video, guys. The Iranians did not send any missile at Diego Garcia. The Iranians have IRBMs, not ICBMs. They do not have missiles capable of traveling 4,000 kilometers. The Israelis do, and just like the Israelis did 9/11, they sent missiles at Diego Garcia, hoping that it would motivate us to get in the fight. Same way as, guys, there was a giant oil refinery in Texas that like is on fire and burning. And they're going to claim it's an accident. It's not. This is Israel. The same way that there are drones surrounding our air bases with our nuclear-capable bombers. This is all Israel. All of this is Israel. All of it.
They can.
I gotta have that one.
And I think
among the president and Republican senators, because again, we don't know what Democrats are going to do.
I think some Democrats may be willing to go along with this. The contours of it would be something in the realm of fund DHS, except for the enforcement removal operations, EROs. That's about 6,000 of the 260,000 employees. And it's more than just ICE. It's also Homeland Security investigation, but that will be funded. And so do that, and then go to a reconciliation. If you're a Republican, what you would want to see
Thank you for the $2. I appreciate that.
Reconciliation plan.
Thank you for the $1, Shan. Thank you for the $2. Been asking thoughts on Fallout New Vegas. Big fan.
Where in that you then do the ERO funding and you try to do the Save America Act. And the only reason this is possible is because...
The reason why I know those drones were Israeli is because the U.S. government's official response was that we were incapable of shooting those drones down. That's a lie. I could shoot that shit down with a 12-gauge shotgun, okay? When they say that we were incapable of shooting the drones down, what they mean is we do not have permission to shoot those drones down. Because our owners, our daddy, we are the dog with the leash around our neck. And the owner is Israel. And we found out those drones were Israeli, and we do not have permission to shoot those down because they own us. That's what they mean when they say we could not shoot them down. Bullshit, it's 15 fucking drones. You could shoot them down with a shotgun if you really fucking wanted. But we are the United States of Israel. We are the beta in this relationship. They are the alpha.
The president got them plenty of money last summer in the big, beautiful bill for ICE operations. But that seems to be what's in play tonight. And if you could get all the Republicans on board with something like that, going to a phase one funded...
Watching MASH and they made an Israel joke, dude, like so much media has been making Israel jokes for a very, very, very long time.
Today, phase two reconciliation, and get a few Democrats on board with that, knowing they'll never support reconciliation. This might be how it ends, and maybe you get it done this week, and maybe we get these poor TSA agents their paycheck.
Scott, you just made my point for me. The president got so much money in the summer, so why do they actually need more? That is the point that Democrats are making. You just gave them a runnable clip on every commercial. They don't need this money to be a part of this bill in order to fund FEMA, TSA, and a couple other components of the Homeland Security.
Chris
Van Hollen.
Chris Van Hollen is a United States Senator. He's a senior member of our government, and he is undermining America's ability to end this war on our terms by undermining the president. It is.
I'm willing to bet fucking money this guy's a Zionist.
It's his job as a United States Senator to support the United States position here, just like he did when Obama was in Libya, and he gave him 90 days and basically just took his word for everything.
Scott, is that unfair? I mean, to say...
I have to disagree with Dana. I didn't think Kamala was hot.
Oh, she was attractive.
I said she was beautiful. I'd say hot.
I don't know. I mean, she was okay. But I mean, if we're talking hot, she's not hot.
Just so you know, this is how the Republican brain works. Like, Fox News doesn't do this because, like, this is who they are. They do this because this is who their viewer is, right? The people who watch Fox News don't view women as people. They view them as meat to fuck, okay? And this is talking to the audience directly, being like, yeah, you guys know that she wasn't that hot. I mean, be so for real. This is unironically how all Republicans think.
I didn't say hot. I said...
Well, it's about hot people, okay?
AOC.
I'm not going to go
Gretchen
there.
Whitmer. You're being generous.
Do you ever see the...
Doesn't exist.
Fucking disgusting.
Just like NATO had to boost defense spending, other countries need to become more self-reliant. Green energy isn't going to save the world. The mullahs aren't bombing windmills. Just like NATO had to boost.
Second, 100% of our strikes are successful. There's nothing the Iranians can do about it. You're 100% right. It is just a matter of time. We need to let the president cook. Second, he's doing a...
Oh, my God. Pack it up. Joke's over, gang. No more cooking. No more let him cook. Pack it up. That joke's over now. Pack it up. Do not come.
And second, 100% of our strikes are successful.
Do not
There's
come.
nothing the Iranians...
Oh, ew.
is being way too generous for these people, including the Dems. Like, Ossoff looks like a Stewie,
Stop
baby
it.
Stewie with hair. I'm just saying, this is the same party that lambasts people in the Trump administration for wearing hoops and.
I have to disagree with Dana.
You take Lara, for instance, when she was a girl, trying to spank Kurtdale was like a 4-minute ordeal because she's like, no, Daddy, no, Daddy, no, Daddy, no. I'm sorry, Daddy, I'm sorry, Daddy. And then she'd get madder and madder, and she just couldn't bring herself to even bend over for me to be able to bust her butt. And I was like, honey, you got like 2 seconds, or you're going to get 2 instead of 1.
What? Yo, what the fuck? Only Republicans can get away with flexing, abusing their children. And of course, they go out of their way to like sexualize their own child for the audience. He literally is like sexualizing his own child for the audience. And like, listen, I don't support fucking abusing your child in any way. And I understand a lot of people don't consider spanking to be abuse. It is, but if that's the way you're gonna operate, lock that shit up and keep that shit in there. Why are you trying to normalize abusing your fucking children? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. I'm gonna get that one queued up too.
You take Lara, for instance, when she was a...
That's so fucking gross, dude.
Now, you take Lara...
Says I can do what...
Apparently there's someone that runs this like thirst trap X account, and it's all about...
Thank you for the $20. Can't wait to get some Kami Mommy merch. Yeah, it's all available. It's not all of it, but it's available now.
Senator my boo?
Yes.
Yes.
But here's what she said. It doesn't exist.
I have to disagree with Dana. I didn't think Kamala... No masks on agents?
Trump doesn't want...
What about my body, my choice? What about that?
There are rules regulating what law enforcement has to provide for you. You need to know who they are.
Just
That's
open up the government, Jessica. Is this all you guys got?
Vote
You're raising the
for
rents.
the bill.
You're...
John Thune went to him this weekend and said, we have a deal on this. I want this. I saw Ted Cruz is enthusiastic about it. And I know Ted Cruz loves to get an airport open in case he has somewhere to go. But
oh, period, Queen. Nice. I like that one.
It also buys time when you create this deadline to bring in the foreign allies' navies into the region so they can do escort duty. Not that kind, Greg, but the kind we're talking about here. It also buys time for the market to rally, and it buys time for the Marines to get into theater because probably Friday, when the markets close, you might see some action there on Carg Island. I also learned that they fight that. It also buys time when you create this deadline to bring...
That's so fucked. But yeah, no, Trump does love to do his military operations on a Friday. He does love to do them.
But all over the country, because of the work that President Trump is doing, not only in Memphis, not only in Washington, D.C., but all over the country, ultimately, it will save and is saving tens of thousands of American lives.
Yes, it's because he's manipulating the market, yes.
I'll use that word again. What President Trump has done on border security and public safety is a national miracle that will be studied not only for generations, but for centuries to come. Thank you, President Trump.
Thank you, Steve.
What a fucking cuck.
So, Cash, see if you can top that. I don't know. That's a tough one, Cash.
That is tough.
Yeah, Cash, see if you can lick my balls cleaner than Steven does.
You know, Mr. President, as I look around this venue, I see, and I'm reminded again, why we have the greatest warriors on God's green earth, the men and women serving in uniform, the men and women serving and wearing the badge, and law enforcement, our police, our sheriffs around the state of Tennessee. I'm reminded that Americans exist to protect this country day in and day out, and they've done it like we've done it here. But what we didn't have was you. We didn't have a commander-in-chief who backed the blue who resourced the blue, who funded the military, who did whatever it takes to safeguard every single life. And here in Memphis, Tennessee, you have put on a show for the world. You have allowed us to go out there and capture gangbangers.
Fucking Uncle Tom over here bending over backwards for Big Daddy Trump to fuck him, clean up his ass.
Rapists, murderers, drug dealers.
Is Sluts for Socialism coming next? Love you. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know if I can get away with selling sluts for socialism because I'm not a woman, nor am I gay. You know what I'm saying? Coming from me, it'll almost seem degrading, but I'm still trying to consider it.
At record historic levels. And for me, a first-generation Indian American kid whose parents fled a genocide in East Africa to become the 9th director of the FBI, I'm living the wildest dream you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, you're the Make-A-Wish FBI director, bro. You're also the fall guy. Does Cash know he's the fall guy? That when all this shit comes crumbling down, he's going to be the one who carries the blame?
But it's thanks to you. But more importantly, what I see when I look out across our great partners here in the interagency and our great legislatures and our great prosecutors and our great attorney general who has the guts to go out there and make arrests, turn them into prosecutions and put people in prison, you are giving that dream to every single child in the state of Tennessee. You are inspiring the nation and law enforcement to come up and wear the badge and wear the colors of this country and safeguard our men and women for generations.
He's cradling the balls and twisting the shaft. He's blowing bubbles on it right now.
You have made it enduring. It is going to go on for generations to come. They're going to try to achieve what you accomplished here, what Stephen said, in just one short year, and they're going to be doing it for decades because America was smart enough to elect you as our commander-in-chief. So while we're out there fighting for the dreams of our children, just know, Mr. President, how many millions of dreams like mine are going to be lived thanks to your brilliant leadership. Mr. President, thanks for delivering America the safest country on God's green earth.
Thank you very much.
Jesus Christ, dude. Get his crunchy orange cock out of your fucking mouth, bro. And keep that one queued up. All right. I think we got enough for a video. Donnie post anything new? Not really. Oh, that one's hilarious. We'll start with that. Okay. Hey, this is good. This is good. Deleted TikTok? Good boy. Thank you for the $5. Much appreciated. Did you guys know that Kash Patel's real name is Cash App? I know some of you think I'm trying to make a joke here. His real name is Cash App. Did you guys know that? Yeah, no, I'll show you. Where's his full name? Here it is. His name is Cash App. Like, bro, of course it is. Of course his name is Cash App. Oh my God, bro. That's the funniest shit ever. Probably the name that Israel gave him. His fucking name is Cash App. Oh God, bro, you can't make this shit up, dude. It's shit like that that makes me think that we might live in a simulation. You know what really made me start to consider the simulation was when George W. Bush started a war because his father and former president George Bush wanted the war, and then we waged a war against a guy named Saddam Hussein and a guy named Osama bin Laden, and then elected a guy named Obama whose middle name was Hussein. And then they named the operation Operation Iraqi Liberation, which is OIL, oil. And then realized how bad that looked and renamed it to Operation Iraqi Freedom. That was when I was like, okay, this is a simulation. This has to be a fucking simulation. It has to be. You know? There's no other way around this. Yeah, no, the random name generator wasn't really good. They needed a patch update. I'm in class to become an EMT right now. I'm getting a little more concerned about having to respond to a terror attack. Yeah, well, I mean, we have massive lines at airports. It's sort of like a wet dream for a mass casualty event. You know what I'm saying? You know? You know? I wonder how Israel hacked into that fire truck at LaGuardia. You know, how they commandeered it to get it to drive right where that plane was landing. I wonder how Israel did that. It's hard. It's hard to figure that one out, you know? You know? You know? All right, I'm going to fill up my cup of coffee. And then we're going to make this video, all right? I'm going to hit you with an advertisement while I do.
Hey there, you! Yeah, you! You tired of your boring, plain old wardrobe? Do you want to stand out in the crowd? You want to make heads turn, jaws drop, and hearts skip a beat? Well, have I got the deal of the century for you? ValentiVideos.myshopify.com is here with the merch explosion that'll blow your socks off and change your life. Check it out. We've got exclusive gear from the cutting edge of fashion. T-shirts, hoodies, mugs, and much more that'll make you be thinking, well, hell, where'd you get that? And guess what? You can get yours right now with just one click. That's right. Don't wait. Act now, and you can be a proud owner of the hottest merch on the planet. Whether you're looking to chill out, stand out, or just feel like $1 million, we've got something for you. And hey, I know what you're thinking, but what about the price? Well, let me tell you, these prices are so low that you'd think we were giving it away for free. Now, get ready to rock the best merch in town. And check out ValentiVideos.myshopify.com for your destination to greatness. I'll see you there, friend. Hurry up.
Chris Valenti Videos is not responsible for any sudden increase in class consciousness that may occur as a result of wearing this merch. If you find yourself beginning to deeply care for your fellow person, quickly continue to wear all products from Valenti Videos as your empathy grows. Drinking from Valenti Videos mugs may invoke a quiet sense of awe for the entirety of humanity as you decide to dedicate the rest of your living existence to the betterment of those who have less than you. Also, you may get a brief but meaningful stiffy. Please enjoy Valenti Videos responsibly.
Is that good? You like that? You like that? Jones barbecue and chicken foot massage. You dig it? You dig it? I'm bringing sexy back. So I thank you for being the voice of the people and informing us daily. You're very welcome, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the $5 donation. Thank you for giving me a platform, you know. All right. Y'all ready? What was the name of that Nazi butcher? Well, he wasn't a butcher, but they called him the butcher. Klaus Barbie, the Butcher of Leon. Klaus Barbie, the Butcher of Leon. I like how this guy refers to Lindsey Graham as the Butcher of Mar-a-Lago. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. MAGA troll is here. It's all right. They all have to cope, man. They have to cope with the fact that they voted for a pedophile who started World War III, refuses to release the Epstein files, believes that affordability is a Democrat hoax, gave $150 billion to ICE, wants another $200 billion to wage a war that he claims he already won, and also is threatening to invade the entirety of the global south and tells poor people to suck their dick. So there's really nothing you can do about it. These are not people. These are an inferior subhuman class of vermin, dude. And they have a very hard time having to cope with the reality that this is all they're doing. I gotta blow my nose. Hold on. Ugh. Sometimes I worry people will think I'm a Trump supporter because I say things they would to mock them. That's okay. You know, that's okay. But yeah, no need to ban the MAGA vermin. However, if they are spamming, then you can mute them. But I don't want them banned as much as I want them silenced, because they need to hear this. They need to be shamed. They need to know what they've done. But they don't need to be banned unless they say like a slur. Only I can say slurs. That's a joke. Yeah, Chair Lenti being spammed in the chat, huh? Did you hear that Charlie Kirk's mentor died in a freak pickleball accident? Yeah, no, he was assassinated by Israel. You literally cannot die in a game of pickleball. You can be assassinated, though. People have seen the girly pop merch, and they love the girly pop merch. Thank you for becoming a loyalist. Did somebody say Netanyahu said that it is not an American decision when the war ends? Where did he say that? You get more live views than Sneeko? Well, Sneeko's a fucking loser. So that doesn't surprise me. Yo, I hope you fucking see this, Sneeko. You are a chud. You are a fucking chud, dude. You're a complete and total fucking loser. And the people you hang out with are even bigger losers. It's unfucking believable. All right, let's see. Netanyahu says the war doesn't end when the U.S. wants it to. Yeah, no. Sneeko, the entire manosphere is just full of fucking closeted homosexuals. And all of them are minorities, which is hilarious because they'll be like playing the song, like Kanye's Heil Hitler song, and like literally sig heiling, and you're all gay minorities. It's like, do you not understand that you're going to be the first ones in the gas chambers, you fucking idiots? Makes no sense. Chris, tell your SF fans to see my art. Oh, true. Let me pull that up. Avi, can you give me the link to that video? I do want to show them the video before I start actually recording. Can you send me, or what is it on your YouTube channel? Is it on your YouTube channel? Yeah, is this it? No, that's not it. Is this it? I think this is it.
This is what time looks like to me. Let me explain. I have this thing called synesthesia. It's when two senses get intersected.
Yo, Avi, what if you hit me with a fucking copyright strike?
In the brain, and for me, it's color and letters and numbers. Letters and numbers have very distinct, vibrant colors associated with them. So 7 is green and 2 is blue. So I made a clock that shows you how I see the time as close as I could explain it to you. I'm going to show you how we built this.
Vibe coding, modeling, soldering, signal configuration, 3D printing, CNC test.
CNC test? Pin me down, baby.
Resoldering, chip placement, test fitting, CNC finally, goofy ass reveal.
Now that you got a chance to see how we made this, I have to go pack it and ship it across the country because it's going to be in an art show in San Francisco. While I'm packing this up, I want to talk to you a little bit more about what this means to me. So this is actually based on an art piece I created before called The Color Clock. I made it when I was 19. It was the first...
Chatter said CNC should be illegal? Bro, that's what the first C is for.
Creative tech art piece I'd ever made. I just learned how to code, and this feels very full circle, and I'm really excited to do this. But I've had grapheme synesthesia my entire life. I didn't know I was different, and this is how I'd explained it to people, was via the digital form of the clock.
I will say, Avi, I might have a small form of this because to me, Thursday is the number 4, and it is also orange. It's also the month October. Thursday is the number 4, and it is orange, and it is the month of October. Okay? That goes without being said. That's what it is. That's what it is.
And so to come full circle...
Wait, what? Chris? What? I might have what you have, but like a little tiny bit. What, am I freaking you out? You have this too? I might, bro, because that's just the way it is, man. Thursday is orange, the number 4, and the month October. It is. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, fam.
13 years later to make this physical version with some of my closest friends.
I don't get it. Neither do I. That's what I'm saying. I can't explain that, but that's what it is. That's what it is. Thursday is brown, dude. I mean, orange and brown are quite similar.
Really lovely. We called it innate. Here's the instructions for the art gallery to set it up. But now that we've packed it all up, we got to go take it and ship it.
Somebody said, I don't get why you won't sing Bella Ciao. We already sang it, you cocksucker, and now we're gonna sing it again. Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato, ho trovato l'invasor, oh partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morir. Hell yeah.
On my way to UPS to drop this off. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. What if it doesn't get there? What if no one likes it? None of this would have been possible without my collaborators, Kai and Vedant, who helped me build everything and put everything together, and who taught me a lot of the stuff that I had to use on this project. If you want to go check out Innate, it is on display at TI in San Francisco. Details are somewhere over my face. Thank you so much for watching.
Attaboy, Upster. Attaboy. Sweet, sweet Upster. That's my sweet, sweet boy. Look at my JD Vance. Such a sweet, sweet boy. All right. Hi, Weenie. Hi, Mama. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you a happy girl? Are you a happy little girl? Tail wagon? Bilbo Wagons? In Vietnam? Wagon, your officer? She thought I threw something. Fucking idiot. Stupid dog. What? 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 What do you want? If you let me pick you up, I can let you say hi to the stream. If you let me pick you... What? 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 She's having a little moment here. She's having a moment. She's having a moment. Stupid dog, you make me look bad. She's upsetty spaghetti. Right. All right. Let's make this video. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? You know, what are you doing? Finish your Borkin. Lie down, and then I'll start. All right, everybody kirked in? Everybody kirked in? Kirk in. Kirk in. Kirk in. Y'all kirked? Everybody's kirked in? All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm kirked up right now, gang. Charlie, Charlie, Kirky. I just popped a perky. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So Lindsey Graham, also known as the Butcher of Mar-a-Lago, he's up there on, I believe, Fox News, comparing the invasion of Karg Island to the invasion of Iwo Jima, which I believe we lost between 4,000 and 6,000 Marines on that island. But we did get a crazy sick shot of us planting a flag on top of the mountain, which, by the way, was staged. That was not taken in the heat of battle. That was taken after we had taken the island as a great piece of American propaganda. And also John Basilone, I think he died on Iwo Jima. That was the equivalent of Captain America getting murked. So, like, this is not a flex. So we're going to talk about that. ICE agents are in all of our airports, and they're literally doing nothing. They're actually doing nothing because they're not trained in TSA. What do you think they're doing? Operating the fucking X-ray machines? No. The only thing that they are doing is violently arresting brown people while they wait in the line to TSA. And those lines are like 4 hours long, wrapping around the fucking buildings. It's like a wet dream for a mass casualty event. On top of that, a giant oil refinery in Texas is on fire. And they want you to believe that's a coincidence. It's not. That's Israel. Same way that those drones flying around our air bases with nuclear-capable aircraft are Israeli. The reason I know this is because the U.S. government's official stance was we cannot shoot those drones down. Now, here's the thing. I could shoot that drone down with a fucking 12-gauge bird shot, okay? So when you say that you can't shoot those drones down, what you're saying is you do not have permission to shoot those drones down. Because in the relationship of the U.S. and Israel, we are the dog, they are the owner. We are the beta, they are the alpha. We are the ones getting cucked, they're the one dicking down our wife, okay? That's the relationship. And if we shot those down, they would probably be very pissed off, and then they will release the blackmail that they have on many different Democrat and Republican politicians and the President of the United States. So, like, yeah, no, we're absolutely fuck-wuckied on that shit. What else? We're going to be listening to Scott Jennings, the beta-back bitch who goes on CNN to lick Trump's taint clean from back to front. We're going to listen to some fucking 70-year-old douchebag on Fox News with Laura Ingraham saying, we need to just let the president cook. Pack it up, joke's over. And then we're going to talk about Mark Wayne Mullen, the new head of Department of Homeland Security, literally sexualizing his own daughter and flexing how he abuses her. Not a joke. Not a joke. And then we're going to talk about Benjamin Netanyahu saying that it is not the U.S. decision, the U.S.'s decision when this war ends. It is in only Netanyahu's decision. Granted, I still believe this motherfucker's dead. So I don't know what the fuck we're actually about to watch. But we have a lot to do. Before we do, let me remind you, hi, I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti VOD. This is real independent media. I have no sponsors, no advertisers. I've never had a conversation with a billionaire, a government, or a PAC. So you can trust what I say. Please do not confuse independent media with online media. You are going to be, and you have been, swarmed with online media. That's because mainstream media has realized that their time is ticking away. So what they're trying to do is rebrand themselves as independent media when they're not. They are just like online media. These are people like Tim Pool and Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk. So, That was so fucked up. But I am real independent media, okay? That means that I am a dissident of the Fuhrer, and my content does not get pumped out in the algorithm nearly as much. So if you do want to help me out, there's a couple of ways you could do it. You could like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. If you do want to help me financially, you can do what Jujubee just did, which is click the thanks button down below to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member of the channel. You could buy merch like the posters and the mugs, and we also have girly pop merch, the Kami Mommy merch, and then you can become a patron on Patreon. Other than that, thank you very much, and let's dive in. So also, if you don't know the reason why this guy here, Bill Madden, is calling Lindsey Graham the Butcher of Mar-a-Lago, it's great, I'm stealing that, is because of the Butcher of Lyon, who was a Nazi officer who was known as the Butcher of Lyon because he slaughtered so many like French resistance people. Like he was a psychopathic, bloodthirsty, warmongering Nazi, which is exactly what closeted homosexual Lindsey Graham is. So I want you to watch this genocidal, bloodlusting fucking psychopath compare the invasion of Karg Island to the invasion of Iwo Jima.
Graham has been obliterated, and they're running out of money. So here's what I tell President Trump. Keep it up for a few more weeks. Take Karg Island.
By the way, Lindsey Graham was meeting with, he went to Israel, I believe, like 35 times before the bombing of Iran, and he was meeting with Netanyahu, teaching Netanyahu how to lure Trump into this war, which in my opinion is treason, and he deserves the highest level of punishment that we can give anybody in this nation. I can't say what I'm talking about, but you know what I'm talking about. That is fucking treason. He was over in a foreign nation teaching, training their leader on how to convince the American president to wage a war on behalf of Israel. Here we go.
For all of the resources they have to produce oil, control that island, let this regime die on a vine.
Is this going to, though, take Karg Island? Is it going to involve U.S. troops on the ground? Let me just read you something from the Atlantic. Does an assessment on that. They say
you literally cannot take Karg Island without boots on the ground. It's impossible.
U.S. troops may well take Karg Island. We believe their ability to do so, but only to endure ballistic missile strikes, drone attacks, petrochemical smoke.
I told you all of this. I told you all of this weeks ago. I said, we're going to send the Marines onto Karg Island with an amphibious assault. I said this before we even bombed Karg Island. I said, we're going to do an amphibious assault on Karg Island. You can probably hear Luigi playing with her ball over there. I'm very sorry about that, but I can't stop her because I love her. We're going to send an amphibious assault group to take Karg Island. Our troops will meet zero resistance. They'll make their way into the island, and then the Iranians will either destroy the entire island with ballistic missiles or send a drone fleet to take out the warships that sent our boys, rendering them completely fucking stranded on the island. So, to Lindsey Graham, I'll say this. It might not look like Iwo Jima, but it might look like Guadalcanal. Luigi, shush. What I said was, it might not look like Iwo Jima, but it might look like Guadalcanal. And if you don't know what I'm talking about there, the Japanese, they bombed the fuck out of the ships that sent our boys into Guadalcanal, and then our boys were stranded on that island for fucking weeks, bro. And they barely survived. And we lost so fucking many.
All without a reliable means of obtaining logistical support. The result could be a grinding war of attrition. They talk about how far away they would be from resupply.
I'm sort of tired of all this armchair quarterbacking. This has been an amazing military operation. God bless the fallen.
God bless the fallen? God bless the fallen. Dude, they died for a pedophile in the name of Israel, because you decided to convince Netanyahu to lure us in. They died for literally fucking nothing. That's the thing. That's like a pill that a lot of military parents are going to have to swallow. When your child dies in this operation, they died for nothing. They didn't die to keep me safe. They died to make me less safe. Every minute we spend in this conflict, we are less safe. Every second, every bullet, every missile, every drone makes us less safe, destroys the global economy. You are sending your children to die for nothing. And then Trump is gonna pack your son's body into the back of a fucking Amazon truck, show up to their dignified transfer wearing a hat and checking his watch while he falls asleep like the 80-year-old failing dotard he fucking is.
It's a difference when we talk about troops on the ground.
I trust the Marines, not that guy. I trust DOD. We got 2 Marine expeditionary units sailing to this island. We did Iwo Jima. We can do this. The Marines, my money is always on the Marines.
This guy has no fucking idea how terrible Iwo Jima was.
I don't know if you take the island or you blockade the island, but I know this. The day we control that island, this regime, this terrorist regime, has been weakened. It will die on a vine.
This is exactly what you said in 2003 when you literally sent the... What does that say? Is that a picture of Che Guevara? They call me Chow Guevara. Hey. I don't even know what that says. Revolutionary optimism, maybe? But I forgot what I was just fucking saying. Now I gotta rewind because I have really bad ADHD. What I was gonna say is you tried this in 2003. The Iraqi army, they bombed the fuck out of Karg Island and thought that that would actually destroy Iran, and it didn't do anything.
Regime, this terrorist regime, has been weakened. It will die on a vine. And here's what I want to do. I want to get with Chris. I want to sprint to peace. As the
you want to get with me? Lindsay, bend that ass over.
War winds down. I want peace to ramp up. The reason we don't have Saudi Arabia and Israel making peace is October the 7th, 2023. Iran, through Hamas, attacked Israel, stopping normalization. I want to take up and complete what Biden started. As soon as we get Iran...
What Biden started? Are you fucking out of your mind, bro? This all started because Trump ripped up the Iran nuclear deal.
Defanged so they can never do another October 7th. I want to start up peace.
You don't want Iran to do another October 7th? They didn't do the first October 7th. And on top of that, Israel fucking slaughtered its own people. You don't know about the Hannibal Directive? This is confirmed. As soon as Israel realized that people were being taken hostage, they bombed their own people. They slaughtered them. They murdered their own fucking people. The fuck? And also, do you really expect me to believe that Israel, a nation the size of New Jersey, it took them 6 hours to respond to the Hamas attack? 6 hours? Yeah, no, they allowed that shit to happen. The same way that FDR allowed Pearl Harbor to happen so that we can get into the war. Netanyahu quite literally sacrificed his own fucking people so he could manufacture enough consent to do a genocide.
Between Saudi and Israel this year. I want a peace deal between Saudi and Israel, normalizing, ending the Arab-Israeli conflict. It's been going on for 2,000 years this year, and you can't do it with a lethal Iran. So we're weeks away from this Iranian regime not having the capability to stop peace.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. The Butcher of Mar-a-Lago speaks again, bro. Why don't you put on some fucking camo? Why don't you put on a helmet, grab an M16 from the first Gulf War, and charge your ass into Tehran, see how long you fucking live? Look at his ears! Ah! All right, so Dumbo the elephant here is I think he's the head of NASA, and much like Hitler, Trump wants a lunar base. You heard me right. Trump wants a base on the moon, and this motherfucker is about to tell us that they're building it. Check out Dumbo over here. By the way, nobody in the Trump regime is qualified for their positions.
Okay, so today is an event we're calling Ignition at NASA headquarters. This is where we align the NASA workforce, industry, all of our international...
Careful, Luigi. Careful, Luigi. This guy's gonna fucking hear you barking, and then the next thing I know, we're gonna get bombed. Okay? You gotta be a little bit careful. Luigi, you gotta stop, man.
Okay, so today is an event we're calling Ignition at NASA headquarters. This is where we align the NASA workforce, industry, all of our international and commercial partners, and really the space-loving community on how we're going to achieve President Trump's national space policy. This means returning to the moon, picking up where Apollo 17 left off, but this time when we go back to stay. We're going to build President Trump's moon base.
We're going to build President Trump's moon base.
Trump's moon base. Build President Trump's moon base.
First of all, let's just say you were going to build a moon base. Why the fuck are you calling that Trump's moon base? Is that where he's going to go? Is that where he's going to fucking go when push comes to shove?
We're going to build President Trump's moon base. We're going to make investments in the next giant leap capabilities. So today we're going to talk about a first-of-its-kind interplanetary spaceship, nuclear-powered, to deliver a very exciting...
Interplanetary spaceship, nuclear-powered! Bull fucking shit, dude. How about you fix the economy? How about you stop the war in Iran? How about you make healthcare affordable? And now you're saying we're going to make a nuclear-powered ship that's going to be interplanetary. Shut the fuck up, you lying sack of shit.
Scientific payload to Mars. We're going to talk about the orbital...
Scientific payload to Mars? Oh my god, okay. Elon Musk is in control of NASA. Elon Musk has to be in control of NASA because this is straight up Elon Musk bullshit.
economy in low Earth orbit. We're going to talk about more exciting missions of science and discovery.
Absolute fucking troglodytic bullshit. You need to be next level retarded to believe that we are making a fucking lunar base and interplanetary spaceships that are nuclear powered. Are you fucking out of your mind? We don't even have nuclear reactors in this goddamn country. We don't even have fucking windmills. All right. We're going to move on to raging alcoholic and fat-bodied fascist with liver spots on his head, Steve Bannon, telling us that the reason why ICE is at the airports is that this is a training course for ICE being at the voting booths in November.
We can use what's happening with these
so
ICE helping out at the airports.
They're not helping out. We're going to cover that after. They're doing literally fuck all.
We can use this as a test run, as a test case to really perfect ICE's involvement in the 2026 midterm elections. And remember, they said they're not going to work the x-rays. It's too complicated. They're not trained for it, but they're trained to, wait for it, check IDs.
Hey, you dumb, fat-bodied fascist. They already check IDs at TSA. Is that John Brown on the fucking cube? Is that John Brown on the fucking cube? I love that. We love that, folks. We love that, folks. Also, Avi, I feel like the text is moving the wrong way. Avi, I feel like the text is moving the wrong way. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? All right, let's keep going.
But they're trained to, wait for it, check IDs. That's why it's perfect training for the fall of 2026.
They're literally not checking IDs.
This is why it's such a brilliant, this is another 5D chess move for President Trump. Let's get ICE into the airports to help out to the lines. They can't work the machines. You know what to do? Just walk them down. Hey, we're going to speed things too. Can we check your IDs? ICE.
How is that going to speed things up? They still have to give their ID when they go through TSA.
This is going to be there in the fall of 26, just like they're in the airports today. So from the war room, suck on that. We can use what's happening with
war room, suck on that, dude. Oh my God. So ICE agents deployed to U.S. Airports. Which airports are affected? There are 14 of them, including Atlanta and New York's JFK Airport. But what's more important is they're not wearing masks. They're not allowed to wear masks. So we get to identify some of these fat-bodied, fascist, Nazi pieces of shit, subhuman vermin, traitors to the United States of America. And I want us to keep a catalog of all of their faces so that when this nightmare is over, we can round them all up and send them to gulags to be enslaved for the rest of their miserable fucking existences. Yeah, TSA hasn't been paid in fucking weeks, but all these fat-bodied Nazis are getting paid. Look at these fucking lines, bro.
I'm a registered nurse. I'm missing work. I had to call out of my shift to be able to get on my rebooked flight.
I don't have a problem with them bringing ICE in, but they've just been standing. When I've seen them, they've just been standing around talking.
Dude, look at them. Look at this bald failure. I guarantee you this guy's twice divorced and his children refuse to speak to him.
On a personal level, I don't think we need them here. We need to be paid. Why would you bring another agency to be TSA when you already have TSA?
Because they refuse to pay you, and these fat-bodied ICE Nazis will do anything for a quick buck.
And they've been standing around outside the whole time.
Yeah, by the way, don't let the Republicans fool you into believing that this is a Democrat shutdown. The Democrats already proposed a deal that would fund TSA and only TSA and not fund ICE, but Trump refused that because he's an actual fucking fascist. Oh, and by the way, this whole TSA shutdown is part of Project 2025. This is intentional. They want travel to slow down.
How powerful are these?
Okay. So the United States immigration agents have begun deploying to major airports across the U.S. to help ease long security lines. Excuse me. They are not easing long security lines whatsoever. Literally whatsoever. Quote, this is insane. I mean, I've never experienced anything like this. I've never seen an airport like this. Andres Campos, a passenger in Arlington, Virginia, told Al Jazeera. ICE Nazis were reportedly sent to 14 airports, including Atlanta and New York's JFK airports. Officials say the agents will support airport operations but will not carry out passenger screening. So then they're not doing anything. Okay. About 50,000 TSA officers have not been paid due to the partial U.S. government shutdown after Congress failed to pass funding legislation on February 14th. Although TSA officers are considered essential workers and many are still on the job, the lack of pay has led to increased absences and staffing shortages at airport security checkpoints across the country. Many TSA workers have had to take second jobs and support their families while they are not being paid. All of this is Donald Trump's fault. All of this is Donald Trump's fault. Why ICE agents are getting paid, but TSA employees are not. Americans who have flown recently have encountered airports, hours-long lines and general chaos. The Fuhrer has a new solution. Call in paid immigration and customs enforcement agents, ICE Nazis, and to help staff airports full of unpaid TSA workers. Currently, TSA workers are working without pay or calling out entirely as a result of the partial government shutdown. The shutdown closed off funding for most of the Department of Homeland Security, leading to delays for travelers trying to navigate security. In January, lawmakers squabbled over the funding packages for DHS as Democrats pushed for reforms to ICE and Customs and Border Patrol following the execution of Alex Peretti and Renee Good. The rest of the government was ultimately funded, although there was technically a brief, broader shutdown, but lawmakers still haven't reached a resolution to the Department of Homeland Security. Just so you know, the entire Department of Homeland Security is a waste of money. The entire fucking thing. We literally do not fucking need it. We don't fucking need it, bro. It's stupid. And also, ICE didn't exist until like 2003. It's completely fucking useless. We have never needed this shit. We already have Border Patrol. All of this is bullshit. All right, speaking of the ICE shutdown, we're going to listen to Senator Kennedy blaming Trump for the shutdown. He accidentally said the quiet part out loud.
Senator Cruz and I came up with a plan. We said, look, it's a two-step process. The Democrats have offered to open up everything but ICE. Ted and I said, okay, let's accept their offer. And then at the same time, we would offer a bill for reconciliation where we don't need any Democratic votes to do whatever we wanted to do with ICE. And that way we're out of the shutdown and DHS is back open. We submitted that, Senator Thune submitted that to President Trump, as is his right. He said no.
So, Trump himself refuses to pay TSA workers. Donald Trump himself wants this government shutdown to go longer. It is all purposeful. This is all part of Project 2025. They are trying to envelop the entire nation with this fascist death cult, right? They're trying to get the National Guard and ICE in control of the airports, just like they were in The Handmaid's Tale, right? All of this is intentional and done by the Nazi-in-chief, Donald J. Trump.
No deals with the Democrats. It would have worked. We could have had TSA paid by the end of the week, but the president said no deal.
Yep. So Republicans, even your own senators are admitting that this is all Trump's fault. All right, now we're going to listen to Scott Jennings, the cuck boy of CNN, saying that he would be totally okay if we just bombed our little hearts out, which is exactly what Trump said regarding bombing Iran.
Scott, is that unfair? I mean, to say we're going to bomb our little hearts out? I mean,
it would be fine with me if we continue to bomb them. These are the worst people in the world. They've been at war with us for 47 years. They want nuclear weapons. By the way, the reason that they're saying there are no talks while the president is saying there are is because they lie all the time.
Everything he just said is true about America and false about Iran. We have been waging an illegal and offensive war in the entire region of the Middle East, let alone fucking Iran, for the past 47 years at the behest of Israel. We are the ones who, while we're negotiating with Iran, we start bombing them. During the fucking negotiations, when they agreed to all of the no nuclear enrichment policy shit that Trump wants, we are the evil fucking empire.
Sent their people out in February to say, oh, we would never have long-range missiles. We have no plans. And then what do we find out this weekend? They got 4,000-kilometer range missiles.
It's a complete lie. So what he's claiming is that the missiles that were fired at Diego Garcia, which is, I think, off the coast of India, it's like in the Indian Ocean, right? The missiles that were fired at Diego Garcia, they are claiming Iran sent those missiles. Well, guess what? Iran doesn't have the capability. Iran doesn't have ICBMs. They have IRBMs, right? So there's intercontinental ballistic missiles that can fire between like 4,000 and 6,000 kilometers. And then there's inter-regional ballistic missiles, right? And that's what they have. The Iranians do not have the ability to have bombed Diego Garcia, which is why I'm telling you who actually attempted to bomb Diego Garcia. The Israelis. The Israelis have that missile. The same way that the Israelis did 9/11 in order to get us into war in the Middle East, they also just attempted to bomb Diego Garcia. They also just sent a fucking drone fleet over Marco Rubio and Pete Hegseth's houses. They also just sent a drone fleet to surround our fucking air bases where we have nuclear-capable aircraft. And that's because Israel is our greatest enemy. They are the enemy of humanity. There is no nation on planet Earth that is more evil than Israel. An apartheid, genocidal, maniac fucking nation that is willing to destroy the entire planet in order to bring about their greater Israel project. Fuck you, fuck all Israelis, fuck Zionism, fuck Benjamin Netanyahu, fuck that entire fucking country.
They can reach most of Europe. They lie all the time. That's what the Iranians do. They're terrorists. They hate us.
Scott, is that unfair? I mean, to say we're going to bomb...
Fucking every accusation is a confession from these fucking people. All right. It's not just me, by the way, who's saying this. Even Mark Rutte, the fucking Secretary General of NATO, says that he cannot confirm whether or not these are Iranian missiles.
We did see that Iran fired 2 missiles at Diego Garcia. That's that.
Hey, by the way, there has been zero evidence that Iran fired these missiles. Not only have they not taken credit for it, which they would because it's a great deterrent, there has been zero evidence. You want to know who says that it was Iran? Israel. The only thing we have to work off of is Israel claiming that it was Iran who fucking sent it. Yeah, you can sample that.
Island in the Indian Ocean, which houses a U.S.-UK joint base. That was 4,000 kilometers from Iranian territory, furthest Iran has ever gone. You just heard Ambassador Waltz say there might be a difference there in how Israel and the U.S. assess that capability Iran has in terms of what they've fired. But Israel says these were intercontinental ballistic missiles that could hit Berlin, Paris, and Rome. Does NATO share that Israeli assessment?
We cannot confirm that at the moment, so we're looking into that. But if this would be true, it is the more evidence.
This is so clearly Israeli Hasbara, bro. Just so you know, Israel is so good at propaganda that they have their own word for Israeli propaganda, right? There's propaganda, and then there's Hasbara, right? Or I call it Hasbara. They have Israeli propaganda is so good that they came up with its own fucking name called Hasbara, okay? All of this is Hasbara. They want you to believe, they want these European nations to believe that Iran has the ability to pummel any fucking nation in Europe. It's all bullshit.
That's what the president is doing here, taking out the ballistic missile capability, taking out the nuclear capability from Iran is crucial. And exactly as the ambassador just said.
This guy, by the way, is a bootlicking cuck to Donald Trump. He sucks Donald Trump's dick from the back, taint to nuts, bro. And even he is making some distance, claiming we can't really confirm whether this was Iran.
We have seen with North Korea, if we negotiate for too long, you might pass the moment where you can still get this thing done. And North Korea now has the nuclear capability. If Iran would have the nuclear capability, including together with the missile capability,
then they would be safe from Western imperialists.
It will be a direct threat, an existential threat to Israel, to the region, to Europe.
Just so you guys know, I'm anti-war, but the only war that I would vehemently and publicly support is a war against Israel. Happily. I would fucking cheer for that shit.
To the stability in the world. So the president doing this is crucial. And I've seen the polling, but I really hope the American people will be with him because he is doing this to make the whole world safer.
So, but just to be clear, at this hour, do you believe
Chris, you like Iran? No, but Iran has the right to defend itself. I don't support any religious theocracy. See, I'm an American. I bleed red, white, and blue, motherfucker. Okay? We are a secular nation. Separation of church and state. You don't like it? Rewrite the fucking Constitution. So I refuse to support any nation that ties their fucking holy book to their laws, okay? As soon as you start to say I'm the chosen one from God, fuck you and fuck your nation.
Iran could bomb Berlin, Paris, and Rome. Are they all within direct threat range?
What we know for sure is that they are very close to having that capability. Whether this case with the UK base, Diego Garcia, we are still assessing. But if it is true, it means they already have that capability. If it is not true, we know they are very close to having that capability. And that is exactly why I feel in Europe that most politicians it resonates with them what the president is doing here, which is taking out, degrading Iran's capability to be, again, an exporter of chaos, share chaos to the region, to the...
We are literally the world's #1 exporter of fucking chaos. The United States of America and Israel, known as the Axis of Epstein, is the #1 supporter of state-sponsored terror. We do that more than every other fucking nation combined. Please don't forget that the Israelis literally created ISIS. ISIS attacked every fucking country in the Middle East except for one. Can you guess which one? Fucking Israel. Don't forget that the CIA created Osama bin Laden. We fucking funded the Mujahideen and their brave warriors while they were fighting against the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. We create these problems. When we wage a war, we also plant the seeds for the next one so that the military-industrial complex always has somewhere to jump. They have someone to sell their weapons to and someone to fire their weapons at. That is how we keep this country moving. Never-ending fucking warfare. All right, more for you. Here is more. Oh, is this the same one? Oh yeah, this is the same clip of Scott Jennings, little cuck boy. Oh God, I can't believe. Pack it up, guys. Joke is over. Listen to this shit.
And second, 100% of our strikes are successful. There's nothing the Iranians can do about it. You're 100% right. It is just a matter of time. We need to let the president cook. Second,
we need to let the president cook, from somebody who's at least 65 years old and on Fox News standing next to Laura fucking Ingraham. Oh my God, dude. Pack it up, joke's over. Pack it up, joke's over. Now we're going to watch Mark Wayne Mullen, the new head of the Department of Homeland Security, flexing how he abuses his daughter and sexualizing her in front of a crowd of Republicans who are all pedophiles.
Now, you take Lara, for instance, when she was a girl, trying to spank her tail was like a 4-minute ordeal because she's like, no, daddy, no, daddy, no, daddy, no. I'm sorry, daddy, I'm sorry, daddy. And then she'd get madder and madder, and she just couldn't bring herself to even bend over for me to be able to bust her butt. And I was like, honey, you got like 2 seconds, or you're going to get 2 instead of 1.
This is Republican values, by the way. This is Republican values. They are so proud of the fact that they abuse their fucking children. They are so proud. This is why, like guys, I try to tell you all the time, you can't disagree with Republicans. You need to despise them. If you don't actually fucking hate every single Republican, shut the fuck up and let people like me drive the bus. I vehemently despise all Republicans. Every single fucking one of them. Hatred. There's no compromise. There's no bargaining. There is silence you for fucking ever. That's how I want to move forward. I want these motherfuckers' lips sewn shut. All right, now we're going to watch Herr Goebbels, Stephen Miller, the bald Jewish Nazi, and Kashat Patel, just the best fucking goyim in the goddamn planet, having a glaze off. Who can suck Donald Trump's dick harder?
The work that President Trump is doing, not only in Memphis, not only in Washington, D.C., but all over the country, ultimately, it will save and is saving tens of thousands of American lives. It is, I'll use that word again, what President Trump has done on border security and public safety is a national miracle that will be studied not only for generations, but for centuries to come. Thank you, President Trump.
Thank you, Steve.
So you hear that and you go, wow, he's really sucking Trump clean. Just you fucking wait until you hear what Cash App has to say. By the way, I'm not joking. That is what Kash Patel's name is. His name is Cash App.
So, Cash, see if you can top that. I don't
Oh, he's
know.
gonna.
That's a tough one, Cash.
Oh, he's gonna top that, Mr. President. He's about to suck you dry.
That is tough. You know, Mr. President, as I look around this venue, I see, and I'm reminded again, why we have the greatest warriors on God's green earth, the men and women serving in uniform, the men and women serving and wearing the badge, and law enforcement, our police, our sheriffs around the state of Tennessee. I'm reminded that Americans exist to protect this country day in and day out, and they've done it like we've done it here. But what we didn't have was you. We didn't have a commander-in-chief.
What we didn't have was you. What we didn't have was you, Mr. President. You are such a brave boy, Mr. President. You are such a good boy, Mr. President. Like, dude, this is so fucking gross.
Back the blue. who resourced the blue, who funded the military, who did whatever it takes to safeguard every single life. And here in Memphis, Tennessee, you have put on a show for the world. You have allowed us to go out there and capture gangbangers, rapists, murderers, drug dealers.
Yeah, he captured them and then hired them into ICE.
Record historic levels. And for me, a first-generation Indian-American kid whose parents fled a genocide in East Africa to become the 9th director of the FBI, I'm living the wildest dream you could possibly imagine, sir.
Yeah, that's because this is the Make-A-Wish Foundation, bro. Yeah, no, you got one pick. You got one dream. Your dream was to be the FBI director. I don't think this motherfucker knows that he's the fall guy. I don't think he knows that when this all comes crumbling down and Trump flees to his fucking lunar base, it's you, Cash, who's gonna go to prison. What do you think, Donald Trump's gonna spend a day behind bars? Are you out of your fucking mind? It's gonna be you, Kristi Noem, Pete Hegseth, Stephen Miller, his whore of a wife. You are gonna be the ones who go to fucking prison.
But it's thanks to you. But more importantly, what I see when I look out across our great partners here in the interagency and our great legislatures and our great prosecutors and our great attorney general who has the guts to go out there and make arrests, turn them into prosecutions and put people in prison.
Really? Then why hasn't the attorney general, Pam Bondi, that blonde demonic slut, arrested a single one of Epstein's co-conspirators? Why did they redact the names of the rapists within the Epstein files and leave the names of the victims?
You are giving that dream to every single child in the state of Tennessee. You are inspiring the nation and law enforcement to come up and wear the badge and wear the colors of this country and safeguard our men and women for generations to come.
Do you think he rehearsed this in the mirror? Do you think his Israeli Mossad agent girlfriend listened to him while he was running lines in the mirror? Because I do.
This is an enduring mission, Mr. President, because you have made it enduring. It is going to go on for generations to come. They are going to try to achieve what you accomplished here, what Stephen said, in just one short year, and they're going to be doing it for decades because America was smart enough to elect you as our commander-in-chief. So while we're out there fighting for the dreams of our children, just know, Mr. President, how many millions of dreams like mine are going to be lived thanks to your brilliant leadership. Mr. President, thanks for delivering America the safest country on God's green earth.
Now swallow, Cash. Now swallow that orange fucking load. All right, last thing I want to show you. I don't know if this is AI generated or not, because as we all know, Bibi Netanyahu is probably fucking dead. But here's Bibi Netanyahu in no uncertain terms saying that the United States of America does not have the power to end this war. Only he does. Okay, well, it's in Hebrew. Well, what the fuck? How do I translate this? Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to fucking translate that, but, allegedly, this is where Netanyahu says that the U.S. does not make a decision on when the war ends. I don't speak parcel tongue, so I have no idea what this snake is saying. Is there a translation underneath it, maybe? Can somebody translate this? It's a pre-recorded statement. Dude's dead. That'd be great. That'd be fucking great. All right, well, I wish I had this to show you, but it's not in English, and this is what Netanyahu does, is when he wants to warmonger, he does it in Hebrew because he knows that his Israeli dog people vehemently support all genocide and the extermination of the Arab world. So he talks to them in one fucking language, and then he pretends to be a little bit more cute when he's speaking in English. Subtitles, there's no way to put on subtitles in this video, but I'll believe what it's fucking saying. Anyway, listen, that's all I got for you. If you're watching this live, you stay. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing. It helps me immensely. Do me one last favor. Click that video right over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers. All right. That's a banger. That's a banger.
One more Bella Ciao, perchance?
After. We got to get this uploaded and we got to make a thumbnail. So let's get Lindsey Graham. episode 412. Okay. Just like Iwo Jima. There we go. Lindsey Graham, the butcher of Mar-a-Lago. Oh, god damn it. Lindsey Graham, the butcher of... Is Mar-a-Lago one word? Mar-Lago. Okay. The butcher of Mar-a-Lago. Lindsey Graham, the butcher of Mar-a-Lago, foams at the mouth. Foams at the mouth. Lindsey Graham, the butcher of Mar-a-Lago, foaming at the mouth for American blood to spill. Thank you for the $2. Every thumbnail face that you make has me in tears. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lindsey... Oh, hold on. Trump loyalists are begging for the Marines to get slaughtered. The Lindsey Graham says the invasion of Iran will be like the Battle of Iwo Jima. Warmongering, bloodthirsty swine. Thanks from Yonkers, New York. You're welcome from Yonkers, New York. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. So Lindsey Graham, also known Bella Ciao. You ever spell Bella Ciao like that again? I'm gonna bitch slap you. It's ICIAO. But thank you for the $5. Much appreciated. So Lindsey Graham, also known as the Butcher of Mar-a-Lago. Chris, do you think that nuclear war is most likely of happening? Be honest and explain why this will reach me in the Netherlands. Oof. Not gonna lie, the Netherlands might actually be safe from nuclear holocaust. But yeah, no, nuclear war is absolutely on the table right now because there are only two options to conquer the entirety of Iran. There is to send in literally hundreds of thousands of US troops to permanently take over the territory and stay there forever, or there is pelt them with multiple nuclear weapons into submission and then again deal with a smaller American force in the region rather than hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands. Also, Israel has already threatened to nuke them. We have already threatened to nuke them. Multiple nations have threatened to nuke Iran. So yeah, it's very likely. The U.S. has shared nukes near Rotterdam, I think. Yeah, well, who knows? I mean, the Netherlands. Who the fuck wants to nuke the Netherlands? Be so fucking for real. Thank you for the $10 from Reedsville, North Carolina. Beller Chew. Una mattina mi sono alzato. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasore. Oh, partigiano, portami via. E mi sento di morire. Oh, partigiano, partigiano, portami via. E mi sento di morire. All right. All right, let's make an advertisement. Let's make an advertisement. Hey, so Lindsey Graham, also known as the Butcher of Mar-a-Lago, also known as the closeted homosexual, warmongering, bloodthirsty, foaming at the mouth piece of shit. So he's comparing the upcoming invasion of Karg Island to the Battle of Iwo Jima, which I don't know if he knows this, but it was between, 6,000 and 8,000 Marines died on that fucking island, so including John Basilone, who's quite literally like the fucking Captain America of their time. So not really a good comparison to make, you fucking piece of shit. On top of that, we have Steve Bannon, who is saying that ICE at the airports is just a training drill for ICE when they get deployed to the voting booths in November for the midterm elections. This is because people like me and every other leftist that you know has been always correct the entire fucking time for years, been saying that they are going to steal the 2026 midterm elections. They're going to refuse mail-in ballots. They're going to be detaining any and all brown people and trans people. They are just going to prevent anybody and everybody that they can from voting, okay? Unless you're a Republican. If you're a Republican, you're going to be allowed to vote. No questions asked. Other than that, we have some crazy shit. Netanyahu says that the U.S. does not decide when this war ends. He does. This is because in this relationship, we are the dog with the leash and they are the master. They are the owner. This is also because Donald Trump is a child rapist pedophile and there's a vault in Tel Aviv full of videos of him raping children, so he's not allowed to say no to Israel. And we have to send our young boys and girls to go fight and die in the name of a pedophile at the behest of the Israelis. Isn't that fun? Isn't that great? great. Also, the Israelis are doing fucking pogroms all over the West Bank. So for those of you who said that it had to do with Hamas being in Gaza, there is no fucking Hamas in the West Bank. It has nothing to do with that. It does have to do with the fact that Israelis are a genocidal apartheid regime and they're fucking all psychopaths. This is not a problem with Benjamin Netanyahu. This is a problem with the entire fucking nation of Israel. Every single one of them, their entire fucking culture is demented and psychopathic. Let me know if I triggered you. I love triggering vermin, but there's a whole new YouTube video on this. New YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video. Beautiful. 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 Let's get that uploaded. Do you know Eddie Andrews and Rob Sand? I have no idea who they are. I have no idea who that is. Sorry. Well, yeah, TPUSA is an actual, like, Republican death cult designed to indoctrinate the youth. You're going to No Kings this Saturday? I probably am, yeah. As much as I think it's fucking bullshit, I'm going to be there. Titled New Episode of the Valenti VOD. Okay, now let's get that uploaded on Instagram as well. Jesus. Do you feel safe in the United States of America? No, dude. Are you out of your fucking mind? No, I don't feel safe. Feeling safe has nothing to do with other nations. I don't feel safe in the United States of America because of the American government, let alone other fucking nations. New episode of the Valenti VOD. And add text. MAGA is a death cult, and all Trump supporters are inferior vermin. There we go. So the U.S. is a terrorist nation, always have been. Since the literal inception of this nation was built upon genocide and gun violence. Yes, we are a terrorist nation. We are the largest terrorist nation on planet Earth. Yeah, dude, Trump's joke about Pearl Harbor was like last week, I think. Chris, click the link. Let's see, what is it? The gay harbor butcher. Dude, that's so fucking funny. His skin-tight shirt. That's so fucking funny. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's so fucking funny. What would happen if somebody deserted the U.S. military? They'd be thrown at Fort Leavenworth military prison. What's your opinion on Canadians? You mean snow Mexicans? I love my Canadians, but they're my Canadians. I love my Canadians. Keyword, my Canadians, bro. They belong to me. Thank you for the $1. Appreciate that. Hi, Bean. You coming to say hi? Hi, little guy. Hi, little buddy. Come here. Hi, little buddy. Oh, you're not so little anymore. You're getting really big. You're a big cat. You're a real big boy. Hi, everybody. I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. You're fine. You're fine. You're okay. Oh my God. You're okay. You can go wherever you want. You can go wherever you want as I fucking tighten my grip around you. Oh. Ow. Weenie. All right, gang. That's it. I'm gonna end the stream. We'll go to the gym. Yo, Nelson, laser tag tonight. If we can get enough people, I'm gonna ask Triv and Endemic. I gotta check the roster. I'll talk to Murad also and see if there's enough people. I want at least 8. A 4v4 is the minimum that I want. A 4v4 is the minimum that I want. You already talked to Endemic? Jesus. Okay. Well, I'll hit them up and let them know. But yeah, potential. I wonder how many New Jersey chatters we have. I wonder how many New Jersey chatters we have. Any New Jersey chatters here? Probably not. Probably not. And Jay here? All right, well, fuck it. I'll dox my own location. Later tonight, I'm going to be playing laser tag at Next Gen Arena in Edgewater, New Jersey, probably at like 8 o'clock. If you want to join, help yourself. Next Gen Arena. Okay? So, help yourself. I will be strapped, so pull some shit. End up with a hole the size of a fucking baseball mitt. All right? All right? I'm out of here, gang. Thank you very much for tuning into the Valenti VOD. I love y'all. Have a good one. Bye-bye-bye-bye.